Hi, it's Kevin Fullington, Rick's campaign manager again. Welcome back to the weekly strategy session. We're going to start by meeting, well, she's not ready for us, but that's part of the fun of all this, Julie Blinbaum. Say hello, Julie.
Hey, team.
Julie is our deputy finance director. How are
Nice
things?
to meet you all.
Good to see you.
Going well, going well. We're pushing our 29 for 29 program, so please join us. It's $1 for each year that Andrew Cuomo has been part of the problem in Albany.
Great. Nice to see you, Julie. And see what Julie stole from the convention here. It's a New York placard. Now let's head back to the old whiteboard, see what's going on over there. Hello, Barney. How are you?
How are you?
Good to see you. Then back to my office. Forgive the delay. So today's strategy, what we are talking about is Andrew Cuomo and his sense of privilege. So what I want to start out with is pointing out the various campaign events that Andrew Cuomo and Rick Lazio have done since they were designated by their parties as the candidate for governor. So you can see Andrew Cuomo was designated on May 27th. And since that date, he has had a total of 2 campaign events. May 31st at the Memorial Day Parade, and then June, I can't read backwards, 13th, he was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Those are the only 2 campaign events he has done since he was designated as his party's candidate for governor. He's done a couple of these. I'm the Attorney General. I'm going to do an official event at which he refuses to answer questions. There have been a couple of amusing run-ins with the media at these events. For example, here's one video we want to show you of Andrew at an event in Buffalo being questioned by a reporter in Buffalo.
I understand there's a primary.
Yeah, I heard you were running for governor, sir. So.
Yes.
Will you be addressing any questions on the governor's race here today?
I will be addressing, I'm a candidate for governor of the state, and I'll be addressing candidate questions concerning that race. I do every day at the appropriate time.
And as you can see, he avoids answering any substantive question. So it's kind of entertaining. Later that day, he was in Syracuse, and the Syracuse Observer-Dispatch reports that he was asked a question and he quickly ran out of the press conference without answering. So that was also a little window into what he's doing out there. Now, Rick Lazio, a week after Andrew Cuomo was designated by his party, was designated by the Republican Party as their candidate for governor. And since that time, I haven't counted this, so let's count this. He has done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He has done 13 campaign events, at which almost all of them he has alerted the media and stood there and taken as many questions as the media wanted to answer, because Rick believes that's what candidates for office should do. Now, the question to us is, why is Andrew Cuomo avoiding answering substantive questions? And there's one of 3 answers, I guess. Number 1 is he doesn't have any real answer to the state's problems. Number 2 is he does have some answers, but he knows that they're politically unpopular, so he doesn't want to say it. And number 3, and I guess it's probably a combination of all these, he feels he's just entitled to his father's governorship. That because his father was governor, therefore he has the right to be governor. But what Andrew Cuomo doesn't realize is that nobility is not a birthright. Rather, it is defined by one's actions. And Andrew Cuomo's actions his whole life have been political. His father was the governor of our land, and he learned everything about politics from him and from Albany, and that's the way he's acted. That's why you saw the story in the New York Times today about him being one of the largest recipients of special interest money, basically in the country. And that's why you see him being such a large recipient of money from Hollywood interests, and why he is supporting and pushing for an increase in the tax credit for Hollywood and for film makers in New York, while at the same time supporting an absolute gutting of the economic development engine for the rest of the state and for upstate. So you can see he's a political animal. But on the other hand, Rick Lazio he is the son of World War II veterans. He is the son of a auto parts store owner. Everything he has gotten in his life, he has worked hard for, he has sacrificed for, and he has received because of his own hard work and dedication and belief in a higher purpose and belief in public service. So those are the dynamics, and those are the choices that people are going to have. On one hand, they can choose to vote for the guy who thinks because he is the landed gentry he should be governor, or you can vote for the guy who wants to be governor because he wants to dedicate himself to making this state better for you and for your children. As I said, Andrew Cuomo's been supported by all these special interests, so he has got a big war chest from them, and we need your help. So please go to lazio.com and donate to us, or go to lazio.com/breakthecycle and donate $29. That's all we're asking from each of you is $29. We're building a small army to take on the Albany machine and remind them that nobility is not a birthright. It is defined by one's actions. See you back here next week.